Damn!
You. Get all your cuddles out right now before we start recording. Y'all done? Yeah? Alright. Welcome, Schmelcom. I'm Winnie. This is Winnie on Screen. Be sure to like, share, subscribe to the channel to keep up with my videos. Today's video is on Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, available on Disney+. And I did make a post asking you guys what you think the microphone was going to be for this video. Some of y'all guessed it would be like spider related. I decided to get very nostalgic and bring back the Spider-Man ice cream popsicle. I remember receiving this popsicle for the first time on an ice cream truck, and it had gumballs with it too, but the gumballs would be like lopsided, and they were really terrifying to look at. In fact, I have a SpongeBob one. Hold on a second. Look at this shit. Look at this. But yeah, these are just like fun art pieces that somebody gave me as gifts pretty recently. And when I got them, I'm like, yo, I could use these for potential videos. So here we are. Spider-Man is one of my favorite Marvel heroes. I remember growing up and watching Tobey Maguire's movies, which is what really got me into Spider-Man. My dad even took the time to buy me a Spider-Man encyclopedia of everything that was Spider-Man around that time. A lot has changed since the early 2000s, but I still have that book and I cherish it always. Thanks, Dad. Obviously, we got to represent my boy Miles. It feels good having a favorite superhero for so long, and then you're old enough to see your favorite superhero have representation look like you. And that's a great feeling. With it being Black History Month, I really just wanted to have an opportunity to express how good it feels to have a superhero that looks like me. This hand sign is very universal. It's loved by everybody. It's useful in a lot of other areas. I got 2 Spider-Man suits in my closet. I got no shame. But we are here to talk about the new Spider-Man that is now on Disney Plus, and we're here to talk about if it's good or not. Well, it's honestly not that bad. The theme song's a little corny, but that's the beauty of skipping intros. Using the comic book art style of Steve Ditko, but giving it a modern look with today's day and age and technology. I do like that the title sequence looks like a different comic book cover for each episode. Honestly, I thought the 3D look was going to hurt my eyes, but they do a pretty good job blending the old school comic book style with today's 3D animation. On top of that, we get some really good looking suits, and some callback references to suits he's either worn in the past or later on down the line in the comics. In the first episode, we are teased with a potential alien symbiote by this creature that looks like it came straight out of Venom's family tree. But instead of it being a science experiment, it's this creature that's trying to be contained by Doctor Strange. Which means this creature came from another world, and so did the radioactive spider for some reason? Sure. This cartoon is meant to be a prequel to Spider-Man's rookie years, his humble beginnings. Which means we're going to see tons of build-up for iconic villains that he has to deal with in his early years. And we're going to get teased with bigger ones later down the line. When I tell you I'm not ready to see Lonnie become Tombstone, because look at this angel. Look at this angel. Look at how they presented him right now. I'm not ready to see the switch. I'm not. It's going to break my heart. You can never go wrong with comic book animation. That's why I was such a huge fan of the Ultimate Spider-Man video game back in the day. I gotta be honest, I'm not a fan of the title of the cartoon, because it was originally supposed to be called Spider-Man Freshman Year, which is a beautiful description and double entendre for not only his struggles going into high school, but his struggle starting out as a superhero. It's literally his freshman year. It's always good to see his off-the-wall fighting style, and as the years progress, I find it more and more hilarious that so many people don't realize how much Spider-Man is holding back when it comes to his strength.
Damn! Damn!
I have played Spider-Man PS4, Spider-Man 2, and Spider-Man Miles Morales repeatedly, and I can tell you right now, they kill. They are killing these people. Hello. Hello. You always want attention when I'm recording. It's like you channeled the spirit of Felicia Hardy, and now you're trying to be all over me like I'm actually Spider Man. This joke would have been so much funnier if you were a full black cat. You just biracial. Speaking of baddies in Marvel, she's not the only one I want to see make an appearance into Spider Man. Just a little guest appearance, just for me. The inclusion is through the roof when it comes to diversity and POC characters, which makes sense, they're in New York. So when it comes to those characters whose default was white, but anybody could play that character, my opinion about that whole conversation is this.
Shut the hell up! Damn!
It is not that serious, and you're bugging if you think these waves don't belong on a black man. Coleman Domingo's voice suits Norman pretty well. And I can actually hear some mannerisms that Willem Dafoe gave Norman in the first Spider-Man movie. If the character is portrayed well, and their race has nothing to do with their development as a character, why does it matter? Why do you even care? What if they made Miles Morales white? Well, that would be an actual problem, because his race is a part of his story. This sentiment goes to Dr. Connors being a woman instead of a man. Is this going to be any less frightening because the lizard got a coochie? Be for real. On top of the prejudice that people had before the show even started, we're hearing comments from the star himself say shit like this. When I saw this article, I thought to myself, whoa, buddy, we don't need another one of these. And I get it, race swapping can be pretty annoying to a lot of people. But most of the time, the characters that are being swapped, their race really has nothing to do with their character. And at this point, we know what you mean when you say the word woke. For the last couple years, it's been used in such a derogatory way, so we know the implications. How do I say I am not a fan of inclusion and diversity without sounding like a bigot? Okay, let's do that. But it doesn't work like that. You still sound like one. If you truly are a fan of Marvel, then you would understand that inclusion is a big part of the Marvel community and the Marvel comics. And you also know that it evolves every single time. So for the love of God, take that closeted, bigoted nonsense somewhere else. Is this the best Norman Osborn we've ever had? Of course not. Do I think that because of his current skin color? No. I'm excited to see a Black Green Goblin. That sounds like it's going to be amazing. We're not going to see a full-on Green Goblin crash out quite yet. It's just the first season, but I am ready to see Spider-Man squabble up with Doc Ock. Spectacular Spider-Man is probably one of my favorite of all the Spider-Man shows because it did such an amazing job of capturing the spirit and the essence of the Spider-Man comics and the popular movies that were around during its release. Whereas this show, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, does a good job at capturing the aesthetic of Spider-Man. Other than that, it's pretty Tom Holland coded, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just feels like I'm watching a separate world of what would happen if Tom Holland Spider-Man wasn't involved in the Civil War. Overall, I give the show a 7 out of 10. The changes that they've made aren't enough to enrage me. I'm just here for a good time. There's a good chunk of episodes right now if you want to see it for yourself. Me personally, I want to see it till the end. I'm digging it. Would I put it up there with like 90 Spider-Man or the Spectacular Spider-Man? Probably not. I do think it's supplying a decent amount of fan service, not oversaturating us too much. Just with like certain obscure things only you would know if you love Spider-Man, I think. Watch it for yourself. I don't want anybody to come to my content and treat me as if I'm this cartoon guru. I just like talking about this stuff. I like making it an open conversation. If you like my input, cool. But my word is not law. Watch it yourself. But anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate anybody that subscribes or follows me. It really helps me stay consistent because you guys put the effort in to keep up with what I do. So the least I can do is make sure you have something to watch. But it's your boy Winnie. Thanks for tuning in so we can tune out. There were a few takes I almost bit into this. I had to keep reminding myself it ain't real. You want some? Nah, he's good. And look, this is the flyest Harry Osborn that's ever hit the screen. So this is the book my dad gave me when I was a kid. Ain't that dope? Ooh, bitch. Cosmic Spider-Man, dude. Bruh, this is my prized possession. It really is. One thing they knew to bring back was the hot Aunt May. You see how they did that? They're like, we know, like, hey, we know you lost the hot Aunt May in MCU, so let's fix that. Let's give you this one to make up for it. It doesn't make up for it. I need them to update the Spider-Man games and throw Cosmic Spider-Man suit in there. It's like I just want to see how it looks in that setting. It's not my favorite suit. I'm just really shocked that it hasn't been in the games yet. I'm not saying this hot Aunt May isn't ugly or anything. I'm just you can't beat this. I'm sorry, you just can't.